This is the Wishdoit 9012G. I unboxed this watch several months ago, but haven't reviewed it yet because I put a bunch of watches up for sale and I ended up selling this watch by mistake and forgot that I didn't actually review it yet. So I had to wait for the 11/11 sale to order it again because the price was too high. So now I'm finally getting to the review.
It's time for fun with watches with your friend, the Watchdog. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. It's time for fun with watches.
Let's start with the wrist check. I'm wearing this RGMT Mind Sweeps in the Stealth Red colorway. I just unboxed this watch. If you haven't seen the unboxing video yet, be sure to check it out. And Greg was wearing my Rolls Teamy 7932. And I have the subdials all aligned now. So if you saw my unboxing and thought the subdials were out of alignment, you can fix it. I asked Grogu how his Thanksgiving dinner at Han Solo and Princess Leia's went. He said Meg Bayfield showed up with a bottle that was labeled Alderan wine, but when Pelimato tried it, she spit it out and said, "This isn't wine, it's Jawa juice. I told you not to buy wine from that Jawa trader." Meg said, "Maybe it's corked." She said the only thing corked is your brain. All right, let's take the watch out of the package. Comes with a sleeve. And don't forget the unsigned warranty card. And here is the watch. And it's a really nice looking watch. I've been very pleased with it. And I had no problem selling it when I did put it up for sale. This is the third Wishdoit on my channel and the very first homage watch of an original Islander design, specifically the ISL 155. We do mostly homage watches on this channel, and Islander started out doing homage watches, so Islander is not complaining, and in fact Mark Frankel seems somewhat flattered by being homaged. I asked Island Watch if they'd loan me the 155, and it is on the way, and I will do a comparison video between the two. Like the Islander, this is a solid steel dive style watch with a sapphire crystal and a Miyota movement, although in this case it is the more affordable 8215, which is becoming more prevalent due to the rising cost of the more popular Seiko NH35. The main appeal of this watch is the textured dial with which turns from white to sea green, resembling ocean foam. This watch comes in 3 different colorways. I chose the sea green as to me it was the most visually appealing. If you prefer your oceans blue, then there is a blue version. If you prefer land to water, you can get a sand colored version. There is no Islander in sand. The 3-link bracelet is the only choice. The watch is 40.1 millimeters if you measure at the bezel, and the bezel just barely overhangs the case. It's 47.4 millimeters lug to lug with inverted end links. It's 12.5 millimeters thick, and it has a 20 millimeter lug width, which tapers down to 16 at the clasp, and weighs 136 grams on the supplied solid steel bracelet with 2 links removed. The bezel is 120 click unidirectional, and the action isn't bad, but it's kind of inconsistent. Sometimes it feels like it gets stuck. So I've seen better action. I mean, it's not horrible, and there's no back play or anything like that. It's just, it would be nice if it was a little bit smoother. And then we have the insert. We have a crystal insert, and this is glass. It's not sapphire. I tested it with my diamond tester, and it's by color because that's the way it's supposed to look. And then we have the dial. We have a Rehot chapter ring with minute markers, and then we have the dial itself. We have the Wishdoit logo up top. Then it says automatic 150 meters, 500 feet on the bottom, so that's plenty of water resistance that you're ever going to need. Then we have the wave pattern in the dial. Let me give you a little bit of zoom here. And then we have the gradient color going from white to green. And this is supposed to represent sea foam and the water. And I think they did a pretty good job with that. And then we have the indices. We have batons at the 3, 9, and 12. And we have dots everywhere else. And then we have the hands. We have a fence post minute hand, and then we have a triangle hour hand, and then we have a spear tip second hand. And everything's loomed there and very nicely. Unfortunately though, there's no loom pip. And then we have a date at the 6 with a border. Oh, it's always nice to have a 6 o'clock date. It gives the watch symmetry. Then we have a signed screw down crown. Crown's a little small. I wish the crown was a little bit bigger. It's kind of hard to grip it. But it pops nicely. Then when you go to screw it down, it catches right away. You don't feel like you're going to strip it. Just once again, I just wish it was bigger. Then we have the crystal. Crystal is flat. It's sapphire, and it has AR coating. It does a good job of not reflecting. I only really see reflection if I hit the light directly. So happy with the crystal. And once again, it is sapphire, unlike the bezel. And then we have the case. The case is stainless steel. It's brushed on the sides and the tops. And it has a polished chamfered edge. And the lugs do slope down, so that's always nice. It lets the watch wear a little bit flatter than if the lugs were straight. And then we have the case back. And as you can see, we have a sailing ship. Then we have the model number. And then it says automatic. And it says sapphire or AR coating glass, all stainless steel. And it's a coin edge, and I forgot to check what size you need, so let me do that real quick. You'll need a 29.5 millimeter case back opener, which happens to be the largest one in this kit here. Underneath the case back is the Miyota 8215 21 jewel automatic movement. It's a 3 hertz movement. It hand winds. It hacks. When I first started watches, they never used to hack. And it also has a unidirectional rotor, so you'll hear tons of rotor noise from this watch. That never bothers me, but it bothers some people. And they're usually fairly accurate right off the shelf, but let's go ahead and put it on the time grapher and see how this one's doing. Here it is on the time grapher. As you can see, we're running a very acceptable 6 seconds fast, so that's not bad at all. Well, it jumped up to 9 there, but still under 10, so that's great. Amplitude's a little bit low though. I do have the lift angle set to 49 degrees, and 243 is kind of low there. And we do have a little bit of beat error, 0.3 milliseconds. That's why you see 2 lines on the screen. So, but still running pretty good. The bracelet is a 3-link oyster style, and it's fully brushed there. And we have solid inverted end links. But if you notice here, the end links are shorter than the lugs, and so it can be a little sharp there when you rub your finger against it. So I wish the end links were a little bit longer, or the lugs were shorter. And we have split pins, not screw pins. Fully Fontaine with split pins. To me, they're just easier. You don't have to get out a tiny screwdriver. You can just punch them out, and they usually stay in, unlike screw pins, where I've had several issues with screw pins coming out on me. And you can't really strip a split pin, but you can strip a screw pin. Then we have the clasp. Clasp is signed, and it's got plenty of micro adjust. You got 5 holes there, and it's a milled clasp. So happy with the clasp. So happy with the bracelet. Here's the watch on my 7.5 inch wrist. That looks nice. That wears nice. It's fairly thin, and it sits nice and flat on the wrist. I removed 2 links and then moved it in 2 holes of micro adjust. If I could remove 3 links, I would have gave it the Joe Hain Silver approval. It was almost there, but just barely missed it. And if you saw my unboxing, I didn't give it then because I couldn't put 4 fingers underneath. But no, this is a great looking watch, and it's super comfortable. Here in the loom room, just wearing this watch for review purposes. I could tell it had really good loom, but unfortunately there is one really big omission. As we split the time, we see a nice blue glow of BGW9 on both the hands and the indices. Unfortunately, there is no lume pip, making the timing bezel just about useless in low light. But there seems to be quite a bit of legs, as everything is still clearly visible. If there is one issue other than the lack of lume pip, it would be the tip of the second hand underperforming the rest. But still really good lume for the money. What I like about this watch, it looks and wears nice. I really like this gradient wave dial. Has excellent lume, and it has a 6 o'clock date. What are my grapes and groans? There's no lume pip, so you can't really use the timing bezel at night. The bezel action is a little bit inconsistent. Sometimes it feels like it's getting stuck just a little bit, although it didn't do it that time. The crown's a little bit small, and the end links are shorter than the lugs. Do I recommend this watch? Yes, of course. This is an awesome looking watch that wears great and has excellent lume. What's not to like? Well, thank you for watching my review of the Wishdoit 9012G, and I'll be back with another review or unboxing. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to subscribe to my new channel, Fun with Watches Shorts, because I need at least 500 subscribers before I can monetize. And if you like this watch, be sure to use my affiliate link, and I'll get a tiny commission, but those tiny commissions do add up. And I'd like to thank my Members Choice members. Last time I looked, there was only 11 of you, the few, the proud. And the Members Choice watch at the time of this filming still hasn't arrived yet. But hopefully by the time this review is published, it's been here and the unboxing's been published. And of course, only members get to see the unboxing. Bye.